thought, rather than picking on individuals, the really unsung heroines whose names we don't necessarily know, who've been involved in strikes and so on. So I discovered in just trying to check out about Les Mondina, which are the women workers in the Italian rice fields, the Italian paddy fields, which we even forget that they still do grow rice in Italy. But in the early part of the century, they wrote or used the song Bella Ciao, even before it was used as a partisan song for the Italian resistance, about how awful the bosses were. Les Mondinas were really poor peasant women working, obviously in the wet to grow rice, and were treated appallingly by their bosses.
Non del retta, forza!
Silenzio! Elaborate più in fretta!
L'Andreina è troppo vecchia, la risaia non regge più. L'Andreina è troppo vecchia, la risaia non regge più.
They had very bad conditions, long hours, incredibly low pay. They were extremely dissatisfied, and at times there were rebellious movements and even riots in the early part of the 20th century. And their struggles against the supervising padrone, which is the bosses, were even harder, because there were other workers who were desperate for work who might come and work for even less money. And these people were described as crumiri, strike breakers. Strike breaking was, vigorously opposed, popular protests against that. And finally, the protesters got some satisfaction in those early years between 1906 and 1909, when all the communes of the Province di Vercelli were absolutely required to have a 8-hour working day. I sing the final verse, which is basically looking at the future of the possibility of working in freedom, whereas right now having to work incredibly hard and the boss is just standing watching them with a cane ready to beat them, and they're working with their backs bent, but in the future. So I'll try and sing a couple, and I'm sorry to anyone Italian speaking out there for my appalling pronunciation. Ed ogni ore che qui passiamo, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Ed ogni ora che qui passiamo, noi perdiam la gioventù. Ma per un giorno che tutte quante, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Ma per un giorno che tutte quante lavoreremo in libertà. Ma per un giorno che tutte quante lavoreremo in libertà. The Bella Ciao was actually originally their song, though this partisan's version of it is beautiful. And of course, we still use that song. The structure's so easy and powerful, and we can all sing together. And I have a version literally sitting on my computer waiting to be sung for our NHS. Oh, we are marching for all the nurses. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. They have work to care for patients, and we will work to save them now. It's a great song, and it's obviously lasted, for over 100 years to still have the power and for us to use it in the way that's appropriate.